What's up, guys? I'm Vocal Strike, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Like a Dragon Easy. Yo, talk to me, kid. Last time we started on the Chapter 5 sub-stories, and this time it's going to be more Bond-focused, I feel. Hey, mister. Hey, did you settle things with your friend? Yeah, we played with the toy you gave me and forgot all about our fight. I told you would. Kids are just like that. You're the coolest, mister. Grown up or not, you sure know a lot about us kids. Believe it or not, I was a kid once too. You? Yeah, right. I can't see it. Anyway, thanks a lot, mister. It's thanks to you I got to play with everyone. Plus, you helped me fix things with my friend. Oh, sure. If you ever have anything you don't want again, you can always give it to me. You never know. It might end up being one of my favorite toys. It just might. Okay, that's the jump boy done. Now, I did try to record this previously, but I had to cut it short to go to the laundromat. Oh, I got one of the memoirs. Oh, that's a letter challenge. So, basically, I had to go to the laundromat today. And we didn't know when they were closed. Turns out it's a 24-hour laundromat, which is good to know. Basically, dryer stopped working, and we won't be able to fix that. Rise of the Tokugawa Bakufu. After winning the pivotal battle of Sekigahara, Tokugawa Ieyasu was appointed to the position of shogun, making him the de facto ruler of Japan. Although his actions unified the nation, his military government, the Edo Bakufu, was built on the countless lives lost during the civil strife of the Sengoku period. As such, there was much to be done to solidify the shogun's rule and prevent any daimyo, domain rulers, on either side of the conflict from turning their forces against him. To address this, Ieyasu established several new policies. First, he recognized the domains over which the daimyo ruled, requiring them to swear complete fealty to him and act in accordance with the Bakufu's greater wishes. Second, he systematically deterred rebellion by keeping his vassals under strict watch, chipping away at their treasury, taking hostages from powerful figures, and apportioning lands surrounding Edo only to those he trusted. Third, he seized all land holding valuable mines, strategic ports, or large cities in the name of the Bakufu. Further measures to control the economy and thus secure Bakufu supremacy included monopolizing the right to mint currency and limiting foreign trade to those with direct approval from the Bakufu. The latter restrictions severely tightened the flow of both people and trade coming in and out of the country. This was done not only to avoid pressure from foreign powers, but to halt the spread of Christianity as well, since the religion was perceived as a threat to the class system upon which the Bakufu was founded. The effectiveness of the Bakufu's government, due in no small part to their ironclad grip on both politics and economics, allowed them to rule Japan for over 200 years. However, this rule was not always stable. Fires, famine, and policy failures were not uncommon, and the Bakufu conducted large-scale economic reforms when such disasters occurred. The resulting financial strain often worsened the lives of the common people, who became increasingly disillusioned with their overlords. Riots broke out frequently in various parts of the country, and by the later 1800s, the foundation that the Bakufu worked so hard to maintain was showing signs of crumbling. Diatribe of a Raid Survivor. I despise the Setsuma. It's entirely their fault that the Choshu domain has suffered so much. No one puts in a stronger effort to expel the foreigners than we do. We even sent some of our men to the imperial court to drum up some official support. But the Setsuma had to go and screw it up for us. Not only that, but we went through all the effort to plant some good men in Kyo, and then the Bakufu has them all killed at Ikadaya. Ikadaya? I think it's Ikadaya. When I think of the people we lost that night, it breaks my heart. While Choshu grows more and more isolated by Satsuma's actions, some of our leaders are getting radical ideas, like storming Kyo with an army and forcing the imperial court to expel the foreigners. Katsura-san survived the raid at the inn, so he's back to placating the more incensed factions to keep them from acting. That can only work so much longer, though. At this point, many proud Choshu citizens believe they ought not hold back anymore, and I consider myself one of them. Soon, Choshu leaders will march our men into Kyo and submit a petition to the court. Since the Satsuma have managed to snake their way into the imperial court and the Bakufu, they're sure to try to pull something, but we've been preparing our military for such situations. For the sake of this nation's future and for the honor of our fallen brothers, we must take a stand. Things are getting a bit tense. Now, on to the next one, which I think is over here. And all we have to really do is just buy something. To be honest, I've kind of been ignoring the store bonds, which I really should not be doing. Let's see, I think in the last recording there was a memoir yeah, one here, one of these. Journal from an Edo row house noon. Let's also go ahead and spend this training orb. What can we spend this on? Yeah, let's do this one. And we did get, oh. Another memoir. Journal from an Edo row house noon. Job today is rebuilding another house that had burned down. A lot of buildings going up in Edo. A lot of people here for them, I suppose. All these wooden houses lined up right next to each other. One little mistake, one freak accident, they can all go up. When that happens, we're the ones who put out the fire and rebuild what was lost. Tough work, but the pay's not shabby nowadays. Back when I was training, it was lousy, and they took advantage of my time. Good thing those days are behind me. Now I work 4 hours. I make enough to get by. There's a reason they say construction is the craftsman's dream. During afternoon break, I head over to the usual food stall. Edo folks like me get impatient when we're hungry. A stall will get you lunch real fast, and most of them have pretty decent food. I got tempura and sushi, but my coworker's chowing down on his favorite again. He says a solid soup staves off sickness. Guess I've heard that before, though maybe not phrased like that. Finished work before sunset. I bet when I get home, the wife will be sharing some bean paste with my boy for dessert. Me though, I've got grilled smelt on my mind. Was it not this one? I don't think... Yeah, it might not have been this one. Was it this one? No. Okay. I can't find this store again. Let's see, honestly, I need to drag Ointment out anyway for some other bonds. Just pray real quick. Oh, you can only pray at each one. Once. You know what? I can't find the store one because I thought there was a store one around here, but I guess there isn't. But I know for a fact that there is this guy. Reflections of a Satsuma Samurai. Oh. Another one. Man, these things are everywhere. At this rate, I may not need a guide to find these. Reflections of a Satsuma Samurai. It all stemmed from an incident that took place while we were simply making our way back to Kyoto. A few British travelers failed to dismount their horses to bow to our Lord as he passed their party, so we had no choice but to make examples of them. Furious that their countrymen were executed, their compatriots demanded a series of absurd reparations and requested that we turn over the men responsible. We rejected their demands, telling them the crime was theirs, not ours. And this is our country, they should abide by our rules. It wasn't long after that the British brought their warships to Satsuma, looming just off the coast. What sort of sword rattling may have cowed the feeble Bakufu, but it certainly doesn't work on us. Every Satsuma knows. Once you've drawn your weapon, you best be prepared to use it. Unbeknownst to the British, we had taken their show as an act of war and began preparing our cannons while negotiations took place. To the outside observer, the naval battle that followed came out as a draw. Neighboring domains were surprised that we were able to force a retreat out of the mighty British armada. However, from our point of view, it may as well have been a defeat on our part. Death was to be expected, but the fire that consumed the city destroyed far more buildings than anticipated. Although a great many peasants were now homeless, it was at least a mercy that we had evacuated the area before the battle commenced. I shudder to imagine the carnage that had the attack taken place while the citizens went about their day. Satsuma went into this battle intending to win. But in the end, we couldn't deny the fact that we were outclassed by the British naval fleet. Thanks to this incident, however, the British and Satsuma acknowledged one another's strength and grew closer than we otherwise would have. I suppose things work out in mysterious ways sometimes. Perhaps the key strategy to negotiation is simply open, honest discussion instead of posturing and threats. Hey, friendo, got another deal in store. I need a hand. What's the pickup? Alright, listen close. I need a loincloth. A loincloth? Whose? Like it matters? Anyone's is fine. You'll get 2 Rio for it. See, the job's done. 2 Rio for a loincloth. He's toying with me at this point. Alright. I think I actually have one, so... Your loins dry and easy or what? My loins. Oh, the loincloth. Which I hand over. You just want a loincloth, right? Here. Say, this one breathes and everything. You did good. Here's the pay. Well worth it. I think you might be overpaying me for all this. Hey, I'm just trying to be fair. Think about it. The amount of people this here loincloth is gonna... never mind. Consider yourself lucky that you don't gotta know. To the next deal, friendo. So long as we're not wrapped up in straw, of course. Okay, and if I recall correctly, there is a bond over here with this place. You're back. I just need to buy something, huh? Well, I don't really have a straight spear, so might as well. Oh yeah, there's also the old woman here. Are you going shopping today? Indeed. That was my plan, but these old legs started aching again. So now I'm not too sure. Seems like she has a hard enough time just standing. Wish I could help her out somehow. Oh, I probably won't go out today. Shame, since I really needed to. No, better take it easy. If you like, maybe I can go shopping for you instead. Really? That'd be a huge help. But are you sure? Be my pleasure. What do you need? Could I ask you to pick me up some all-purpose medicine? I think I might actually have that. And here, this should be enough. 2,500 mon. I think I might actually have that. Yeah, this it? Ah, that'd be it. Been meaning to get my hands on some for a little while now. Oh, right. Perhaps you noticed, but I gave you more than enough to pay for it, so please take whatever change there is as payment. Again, lady, that's all the money you gave me. Thanks. Be glad to. I'm so glad you came. I'll be sure to reach out again should something come up. I am robbing this lady blind. It's no trouble. If you need help, I'm here. That means the world. Okay. Now then, let's see if I can perhaps get a bone from one of the stores. What's this? The Extraordinary Voyage of Nakahama Manjiro. Another one. There's gonna be so much lore in this. I might just actually call it just lore. Just out of curiosity if I could get MadPat's attention. I doubt it, but that guy can dream. The Extraordinary Voyage of Nakahama Manjiro. Once Manjiro shared with me a most interesting tale. There's no surprise, of course. Manjiro has lived a life nigh unfathomable to the Japanese. Any lucky enough to hear a story from him would no doubt find it full of shock and surprise. As such, I commit this to writing, in hope that will be preserved for the ages. When Manjiro was 14, he served as a cook on a fishing boat until catastrophic winds drove it upon an isle, now called Torishima. He was stranded along with the paltry few survivors for 143 days until they were discovered by an American whaling vessel. Sadly, Manjiro knew he could not return to his homeland. The closed borders of Japan meant there was no one he could turn to with the ability to take him back, so Manjiro asked to be brought to America. Feeling indebted to the whaling ship's captain, but also curious about the world by nature, he first served as an assistant on the ship, where the crew taught him simple English and affectionately dubbed him John Munn. After arriving in America, he lived with the captain and learned alongside younger children before attending proper school to learn mathematics, surveying, navigation, and ship construction. Upon completing his education, he worked as a crew member aboard a whaling ship and continued to travel the world. When I asked him which aspect of American culture left the largest impression upon him, he replied that it was democracy and the equality between men and women. These were unknown concepts in Japan, and Manjiro grew quite interested in them. He then capitalized on the gold rush in America, gaining enough funds to enact his plan to return to his home country. He purchased a small ship of his own, then stowed it aboard a larger merchant vessel. which brought him home in the first time in over a decade. Of course, there's more to Manjiro's unlikely story, but for now, that will have to do. Okay. Man, at this rate, I might actually be able to complete that sub-story quest. Let's see. What's for sale? What have you got? Yes, bones. But I gotta put away stuff in storage. Fortunately, there's a shrine right here. Use storage. Let's put away the ointments for now. Oh, this is a bond. Thank you very much. Please come back again whenever you like. If you don't mind me saying, you're pretty energetic, huh? I don't mind at all. Competition between vendors is quite fierce in this area. If you have nothing to separate yourself from the pack, your stone will eventually be swallowed up. I see. So what sets you apart is your enthusiasm? Correct. I have only one natural gift in this world, and it's vigor. Some may think me a bit full of beans, but I'm simply enormously grateful to receive your business. Got it. Okay, that's another bond that was started. Now, let's... I think the dog was over here, but he seems pretty content. You're pretty calm today. Still have that bone? I don't see it anywhere. So then, did you understand me when I said you have to be quiet? Good dog. Alright, I'd say you deserve a reward. This dog does seem to like those bones. Here you go. Want it? Go ahead. You deserve it. You made a lot of progress. Shouldn't be any trouble for people around here anymore. Good. We're close to this one. Let's put these bones away for now and bring back the ointments. And then let's also go see that cat. I know I've been doing the animals a lot lately, but come on, they're so cute. Let's also pray at these statues along the way, since you can only pray to each one once. I thought you could pray multiple times, which is why I've been kind of ignoring them. Prize ticket, and then that looks like... I'm gonna guess it's in our memoir. Observations of a memoirs trooper. Is there nothing to be done about the Shinsengumi? They gamble, they brawl, they whore. This is the group claiming to bring order to Kyo? These men in blue coats engage in every manner of vice they're meant to police, all while deluding themselves about representing the law. History will show only those of pedigree are fit for times such as these. It's why we've been assigned respectable patrols like the Imperial Palace, Nijo Castle, and other places of status. The Shinsengumi merely handle street patrol and the entertainment district. When I consider how this may impact the commoners, though, I'm not sure that's the right decision. There's only one thing that the Shinsengumi holds fast with a strength of pride: their self-professed iron code. They seem to believe by honoring some decree to purge any traitors that they earn themselves some modicum of integrity. Bay. The memoirs have no need for ostentatious codes. Our heritage is our pride. We honor our families with each and every one of our deeds, not with a mere single-minded act. None embody the Mimawaragumi's virtue better than Sasaki Tadasaburo-san. He's a warrior whose sword rains fire on the wicked. He's a poet whose words still the blood. The warrior's friend is neither sword nor horse, nor bow or spear. If you know one of these, you must still know shame. In every stroke he puts to paper, one can sense Sasaki-san's well-educated lineage. This is what it means to be Mamiwaragumi. Perhaps I should take up poetry as well. Another one. And this one is regarding the incident on the 18th. Thinking back on it, the Choshu domain have always been a stubborn bunch. They may have suffered defeat at the hands of foreign ships, but how they managed to keep shouting, "Joey, Joey, foreigners be damned," for so long is beyond me. We Setsamans have suffered from hostilities with the British on our part. If you ask me, we're better off helping each other rebuild Japan so it can hold its own against forces like theirs, rather than just hollering nonsense day and night. Another note on the Choshu: they are also very reckless, surprisingly so at times. Consider how they took advantage of Lee Naosuke's death. Lee Nasuke's, it's supposed to be Nasuke's death, sending their samurai to the imperial court and luring out the radical imperialists. That was all it took for them to establish the Sono-Joi movement, right then and there. And to what end? To have the emperor himself lead an army to drive out the foreign invaders. It do nothing but pointlessly endanger the emperor and drag the rest of Japan down with the Choshu domain. Honestly, their idiocy astounds me at times. Maybe it's one thing for the Choshu to run amok in their own territory, but we certainly couldn't let them use the emperor's authority to do as they please across the nation. Thankfully, with the aid of both the emperor and the Aizu domain, we were able to stop the Choshu and gain the cooperation of the imperial court's more moderate members to drive out the radicals. On the 18th day of the 8th month, we managed to chase the Choshu out of Kyo. Surprisingly enough, they caught on to our plan and staged a counteroffensive at the Imperial Palace. Unfortunately for them, it was already too late for them to recover, and after what felt like an endless standoff, they ultimately retreated. At the end, the Choshu suffered greatly, but it's my hope that they have learned a valuable lesson. They must endure the cost of their hubris, and they would be mistaken to hold us responsible for their punishment. If they were only a bit smarter, they could be part of a future where we work together towards a common goal. At this rate, though, I'm not counting on it. Absolute idiots. Sometimes taking up arms in situations like this just doesn't end well for anyone involved. This cat's supposed to bring you good luck if you offer him money. I know he's been trying his best, but so far I haven't seen much return on my investment. Since the Great Lucky Cat hasn't failed me yet, I thought it was time to really show my gratitude. I offered it a whole Rio. Wow, a Rio? What happened then? Well, not long after, I visited a shrine. There, I drew all the 14 strips they had. Every single one read Great Blessing. Well, there you have it. That's the best kind of fortune there is. This is beyond luck. It's divine providence. Just so, I feel as if nothing is outside my reach now. What the hell is this cat capable of? Will I really try giving him a Rio? Give the cat money. 1 Rio, cat. This is different from usual. Does he want me to follow?
Oi.
Wait. Oh, this is taking a different turn. Oh wait, is this one big scam? Or what? Damn, where'd the cat run off to? So I take the money and kick it up to you. Quite the villainous scheme. Those two certainly seem shady. There you are. Who's there? Shit. How much did you hear?
Yeah.
Not much. Sorry, not much is still too much on this one. No witnesses. Kill him! On it. I'm really starting to doubt how lucky you are, you know. Eat lead, suckers! My gun is better than yours. He's too strong. Fine. Take this and let us go. How about that? 5 Rio. Let's move. Sweet. I got 4 Rio net positive. That cat led me straight into a couple of violent criminals. On the other hand, they were easy to take down. And this money more than makes up for the offerings I gave. Was this really your way of bringing me good fortune? To be honest, it was a more roundabout process than I'd have liked. Don't worry, I'm grateful. What is it? Oh, I think he wants to stay. Are you trying to tell me you'll make it up to me? Alright. What do you say? You come with me, and we'll see what kind of luck you bring from now on. Please name the lucky cat. Lucky, Whitebait, or Mochi. Well, of course we're gonna name him Lucky. Lucky is now your pet. No, now Snowball has a little friend. I think between the lore and the bonds we've done so far, I think that I'm gonna call it there. So next time, we're either gonna do more bonds or more sub stories. Not quite sure yet. Thanks so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. I'll see you on the next episode. Bye.